Hello, welcome to Home at Last. This is Joanne. It's a while since I've been here with a talk, and this day I thought I would speak of Mother's Day. Yeah, it went down and it was a lovely day. We thank God for mothers. Yeah, we are really happy to be part of the team of mothers that were recognized yesterday. Yeah, thank you for coming by. For the new visitors, please remember to subscribe. For the coming back, welcome back. For the subscribers, welcome again. I'm happy to have you here. I will not take it for granted. Yes, mothers, you know, mothers are very special people in this world. We know that men were created first, but God saw that it was not fit for man to be alone, and he came up with a woman. I believe that a woman was created with the word woman. It's like what man did not have, it's what God added to woman. A woman has a womb and breasts. And you remember when God created in Genesis, he said, "Go and be fruitful and multiply." This he told to the woman and to the man. We know we cannot make it without men, but it was a special day for mothers. And in a special way, women were created to multiply. Whatever you give a woman, they multiply. That is the power of being women. Yeah. So this day I just thought, and I looked back. I was thinking of myself as a mother. How has my journey been? That was my thought yesterday. I was so busy. I even wished my own mother a happy Mother's Day late at night. But I could not go without doing that. And many people really wished me. I saw a lot of messages, but very late at night because I was up and down during the day. I'm really thankful for this day. I'm a mother of 2 boys, but I believe I'm a mother of nations, many, many, many nations. That is the calling that God has given me, not just to be a mother of my own biological children, but a mother of many, many, many nations. I don't know what you think of yourself as a mother. There are mothers who do not have children, but they are still mothers. There are mothers who have their own children, but they've neglected them. When you read the book of Isaiah 54, you will come across a verse that says that children of desolate women are many outside there. So there are those mothers who are desolate. But for me, I know I'm a mother of many, many nations. I said that in this video that I'm a mother of 5 children. Yes, when I count my children, I count 5, but I have 2 living children. I will take you through my journey of motherhood. It has not been easy, but each and every step of it, I've been enjoying it. It is the grace of God that has been carrying me through it all. I know I'm not the only one, but for me, I've chosen to share my story so that I can encourage someone. Someone can find strength even in the dark times in life. Motherhood is very interesting. There are those bright days, there are those dark days, and of course, there's sunshine in everything. Even in the dark tunnels, you're able to see light at the end of tunnel. Back in July 2012, we were blessed with a son. We named the son Jason. It was a name I had found even before being expectant with this baby boy. I don't know, I cannot really tell. But when I went back to my Facebook back in before I wedded in 2010, I found a letter in capitals written Jason. I was shocked. This was after getting my son and naming him Jason. This time we are missionaries with my husband, and this time when we were getting our son, there were missionaries down in Tanzania who had the mission theme of the man Jason in the Bible, who opened up his doors for missionaries. So we found it good to name our son Jason, also named after our late dad-in-law. All names Jason are from our dad-in-law. Yes, this was a son that I had planned to be delivered on my birthday. My birthday is July 17th, but he decided to tarry longer in the womb. And he came 2 weeks later. That was July 31st. Very interesting boy. I'm very happy to be a mother of this boy. He's very challenging. And of course, he challenges my motherhood. Like yesterday, he was like, "Mom, don't worry. I will surprise you. I will call Dad and I will surprise you." So I'm still waiting for the surprise. Immediately after getting our son, Jason, I was professional mother, but when I got my son, I decided I will stay back at home and take care of this gift that God has given me. So I did not go back to work. So the following year, when Jason was 8 months, I got pregnant again, and I was very, very, very happy. You know, that feeling of just a baby in you. I was very, very happy. That is the miracle. It is the greatest miracle that happens to a woman being a mother. It is not something to take for granted. I really feel for those women who long to be mothers, just to carry a baby in their womb. My heart goes out to you. So when Jason was 8 months, we got pregnant again. And I was like, thank God, I will take care of these children. And then after staying at home for a while, taking care of children, I will go back and continue with my career. But unfortunately, when the pregnancy was 5 months, I got a stillbirth. I don't know if I'll call it a stillbirth or a miscarriage, or in hospital they even say it's abortion. Yeah, it feels bad to be written abortion. 5 months. One morning I just wake up and I have fever. And I have to get to hospital, checking on the baby. When I was on a wheelchair, being rushed to the hospital, in the corridors, I was shouting, my baby, as in, I thought it was malaria. So I was shouting, my baby, so that even if they decide to inject me with any medication, they will consider my baby. But unfortunately, when I was taken for scan, they checked the baby and the baby was not alive. So they had to induce me and to remove the baby. It was not a good experience, because after removing the baby, normally I went into something like a coma. So I had to be put in ICU, where I stayed for, thank God I've forgotten the details. God is really gracious. It was a very painful experience. When I sit and I try to remember and I see that I've forgotten, I know it's the grace of God. I cannot really remember the details, but I was in ICU for a while with pressure being down. And I remember that it really disturbed the doctors to bring back the pressure to normal, because bring back the pressure up, it brought sugars up also. It was really challenging, but by the grace of God, I got out of hospital and came back to my family and our son. After that, I stayed for a while. We decided to stay for a while because it was not a good experience. Actually, we had even stopped getting more babies at that point, because that experience, it really took us down with my family. Yeah, it was not easy. So we decided to stay for a while, but as a mother, you ever longing to multiply. That is the power of a woman. Multiply and fill the world, subdue it. Yeah, so we started looking for a baby, and it took long. It took long before getting a baby. I even went for prayers. I went on a mountain for prayers. I took 3 days of fast to pray that God, who blessed us, would bless us again with the fruit of the womb. I didn't know. It was even from 2013 to 2017. It was like how many years? 2013, like 5 years of searching, leave alone the 1 year of pausing. Yeah. When I went for the 3 days of prayer, I didn't know I was already expecting. There are some prayers that God answers even before you utter them. Yeah, that's the power of God. I cannot explain. So I was already expectant, and I was very thankful. I was very happy. I had joy in my heart. Just having the fruit of the womb, it gave me joy. I was very happy. But unfortunately, at 12 weeks, we lost the pregnancy again. It was a bad experience. I was home alone. I had cramps. I remember that night, I even woke up my husband to take me to hospital, but I was like, no, just pray for me, and we sleep and wait for morning so that I can go to hospital. The same fever that I had in the other pregnancy is the same thing that happened to me. I had fever. So come morning, I started feeling like something is coming out. So I rushed to hospital, and unfortunately, it was a miscarriage. It was painful, but I remember when I was down, having lost a baby is not an easy time. Some people go into depression. But the first time I lost our son, the 5 months old, it was a baby boy. When it came out, I admired the baby. I looked at the baby. I had time with the baby, but it was not living. And this time, 12 weeks, it had not really formed well. But when I was down at home, God spoke to me through His word. And He told me that I created you. I formed you in your mother's womb. I redeemed you. And the very point that poked my heart is that even you are mine. I paused at it, and I was like, God, you even consider me after having lost a baby. Of course, I prayed for the baby, and I knew that this is an answered prayer. God has answered my prayer. But when the loss came, I was in shock. But quickly God led me to that word, and He told me that even you are mine. Even that time when I went through ICU and doctors were not sure of my life, but God decided to give me back life. And I remembered that you spared my life, and even now you've spared my life. I'm your own. I started celebrating at that. Have you seen someone who is down and from nowhere they start celebrating? Yes, I started celebrating at that God considers me as His own. I looked at Job's experience, having lost not even 1 or 2 children, living children, grown-up children. He lost everything. But I looked at Job complaining to God, murmuring, and I said, no, I'll dare not take this route that Job did, because I know the God I serve, and I know what came out of Job. So I decided to celebrate God because He has spared my life, and his store has never-ending blessings. So that was our third child. And the following year, God blessed us with a baby boy. This boy came very early at 8 months. And I remember when I was not in labor, after being induced for a while, a Nigerian doctor walked in and told me, "Woman, you're still here at 8 months and we are not sure of the baby. It's 50-50. I looked at this man and I was like, no, I could not even see the man. I saw God. Because I focused my eyes in God. I know when a woman is inside there in the labor ward, about to deliver, you see nothing. Some see light, some see darkness. But for me, I look for the eyes of Jesus. In case of anything, it will find my eyes focused on Jesus. I didn't see this doctor. I saw God. I was like, God, in whichever way you will give me this baby, do it. If it means even walking to the theater to get this baby, I will walk. I did not even consider the part of being prepared for theater. When the man told me that, for 8 months, it's 50-50. Remember, the baby had already broken the waters. And he was there from 3 a.m. in the morning up to now it's midday. And I'm there. I've been induced and no pain. I'm just looking at other women screaming and I'm laughing. And in my heart, I'm telling God, I will not get out of this place empty-handed. I will live with a baby. That was the faith that I had in me. So when this doctor was telling me 50-50, I was sure that this gift, God will grant me. I finally went to the theater and I was given the baby. The baby was very healthy. The baby was up to term, as in he was not preterm even at 8 months. Kilos were okay. I felt the joy when I heard the baby cry. Sometimes when your babies are big and they cry, you don't feel good. But that cry in the theater, that cry in the delivery room, it means a lot. Life has come to the world. Very, very, very joyful. That was our third child. We were thankful and happy that God had blessed us again with a son. Immediately, I told God, that's a woman, still multiplying. Immediately, I told God, I know you've blessed me. Bless me again. Imagine, even before leaving the labor ward, bless me again. And I decided that I will pray for this child. I started praying for that child immediately, with this other one in my hands. 2021, I was expectant. Remember, this one came in December 2019. 2021, I was expectant again. The joy in my heart. And I was very thankful to God. And throughout the pregnancy, I was in and out of hospital because of a few complications. Sugars were ever up. And unfortunately, COVID came and it hit me while I was still expectant. And the baby had to come early, 6 months. The baby was incubated, baby Joy. I had to name the baby Joy. Actually, I got the name even before conceiving this baby. That is how I name my babies. The other one is Andrew. This one, my husband named him. We named him. Okay, I supported my husband in naming Andrew. Yeah, so baby Joy came, 6 months. Baby Joy was incubated, but with premature complications, she did not make it. But still, we thank God for the strength that He gave us even after losing baby Joy. She only lived for 37 days. Yeah, 37 days. So when I lost Joy, God spoke to me. I was counting 5 children. Joy was the 5th child. God spoke to me and he told me, yes, you're a mother. And you're a mother of nation. That is Isaiah 54. That is what God gave me to when I was down and mourning. God spoke to me through Isaiah 54. When you find time, go and read the whole of Isaiah 54. I like the way Isaiah 54 starts. That, oh barren woman, cry, shout out aloud. Yeah, and it ends saying that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I know we usually rush to that, but for me, I tarried around, is it the 2nd verse? The 2nd verse that it tells me that to enlarge, not to limit myself. Yes, I have 2 boys, but I know I have 5 children. I'm a mother of 5. Many nations. Let me drop into this now that I've come to this point. As a mother, you're not supposed to be counting only your biological children. That is the call that God gave me. That yes, I have 2 boys. That is number 1, biological. Imagine, just number 1, only biological children. But as a mother, you need 5 kinds of children. And biological is one of them. I'm thankful for the 2 boys that I have biologically. And even the other ones that are sleeping. Because in the resurrection morning, I will receive them. I will receive the boy I lost that I had not named. I will receive the other one that I did not even know if it was a boy or a girl. I will receive joy on that resurrection morning. I was looking forward to Kangaroo. I was in hospital and I was looking forward to Kangaroo this girl. But I was not able to Kangaroo her. She slept before I did that. But I know on that resurrection morning, I will Kangaroo that girl. And I will feel the joy of being a mother. Not even in this earth, but in heaven. I don't know if we'll be having mothers in heaven. But I know an angel will bring me my children. That one I'm sure of. So, my work here is to make sure I do not miss to receive my children. I do not miss that resurrection morning. To receive my children and live with them everlasting. So, the first kind of children is biological. Second type of children, artificial children. These are the children that my own children will bring. If you're a mother of girls or you have a girl, these are the children that will marry your girl. Artificial children. And I will love them as my own. I'm really preparing to be a good mother-in-law. I'm even praying for myself to be a good mother-in-law. I know we usually complain about mother-in-laws, but I look at myself with my boys, and I'm already praying even for the artificial children that they will bring to me. If you see your girl living a good life, a comfortable life, just know that I'm already praying for my artificial children. Yes, I know these boys will bring me girls, and I'm ready to be a good mother-in-law. I will love them. That one I'm sure of. Because I'm already telling God to put love for these children in my heart. The second kind of children. We have the third type of children. These are adopted children. I know there are mothers out there who do not have their own children, who do not have their own biological children, but they're going out and they're adopting children. You may not do it like just bring them home and being with them. You can reach out, go even to a children's home, identify some children of even a child, and sponsor that child. Sponsoring in terms of education. You can decide to take something for this child, even in that home. You can decide to pay for that child's upkeep. But as a mother, you know that you cannot put fruits for a long time in your home. There are people outside there who want to taste of your fruit. With that fruit, you can help someone. You can help a child who longs for someone to call a mother. You can stretch your hand and adopt and even bring to your home I know one time I'll have all these kinds of children, including adopted children, and still I will love them as my own. Adopt, it's another kind of children. There's the fourth type of children, spiritual children. As a mother, you need this kind of children. If you are spiritual, as in if you know God, if you are a Christian, you need to hold someone's hand and help them to get to heaven. Identify someone. It cannot even be a small child, even someone older who needs some godly counsels. Hold their hand for the kingdom of God. I know some women have been increased, not only in terms of babies, not only in terms of being fruitful, but even in terms of income. You can not only be supporting people and not helping them heavenwards. It does not make sense. Hold someone's hand and show them the way to heaven. You need to multiply, not only for this world, but even for the kingdom of God. So this fourth type of children, spiritual, are very, very, very important. They can be even older people, older than you. They can be men, women. They can be families. I know that you can do it in a small way, but even when you plant a seed, it's God's work to make it grow. Plant a seed in a family. Hold someone's hand and show them the way. Sometimes we usually sit like young mothers and ask, where are the old women? Where are the old women, spiritual women, to hold our hand and show us the way? Sometimes life can be very difficult and you just see darkness. You don't see where to go, but you need someone to hold your hand. We are looking for those kind of women. I sit, when I pray, I tell God, bring someone my way that I may bless them, that I may be a blessing, that I may be an answered prayer to someone. Sometimes I just sit in God's presence and I fail of words to pray. And I sit and I tell God, you've blessed me. I need to be a blessing to someone. Bring someone my way that I may bless them. I'll go to the fifth kind of children. These are destiny children. Very important. I look at myself. God has blessed me with education. God has blessed me with the work of my hands. And I know someone outside there who's also blessed, but they don't know what to do. And they need to get there, to get to their destiny. I may be someone's destiny helper. I may not be there, but I can be just a bridge to help someone to get to where God has planned them to be. I like training. I'm a human resource by profession. I like training, but I like more of recruiting. At this time, I have an opportunity to train, not in anyone's workplace, but in my own space. I know how to make many things with my own hands. And I take this opportunity to grab young girls who are just idle there, who are in school and they have some little time to do something. I show them how to make hair. I show them how to make mats, even how to make soap. And I tell them, you can do this to earn your pocket money. It does not reduce anything of me. If I show someone how to make sister locks, they'll go outside there, make someone, and they get their income. I cannot reach that client, that person I've trained, reach the client. I'll get my own clients. And I've realized that God has really multiplied me when I empower others. I like doing it. I do it with a passion. I grab them. I grab my destiny children. And, sometimes you have to grab to get the blessings. I grab these children. I teach them. I do not like seeing someone suffering and I know that they can do it. I even grab older women and some men that I've got. I tell them, you can go downtown. You can go buy something at this amount You've used your time, you've used your energy, and even your brain. Because some people don't want to go out of their way. Maybe they are busy working and they need something. So you can get someone to go downtown and get it for you at an extra cost, and you pay them. What if they stayed in their home without that thing? They could not maybe have gotten their daily bread. So it's good to grab a destiny child. As a mother, the fifth kind of child, there may be even 10 children. You can train as much as you can grab. You can train them to get to their destiny. Someone has gone to school, they've done engineering for, let me say, 5 years, because you need the internship years. You've done engineering for 5 years, you've paid a lot of school fees, and there's someone outside here who is talented. They could not go to school. They do not have the much money that your parents were able to pay for you in terms of school fees. You've gone and worked, maybe you have 10 years work experience. You can grab someone. Teach them whatever you've gone to school for 5 years, whatever you've trained for 15 years. In 1 year, you can train someone to be an engineer. It's very possible. There are people outside here who are talented. It's just the opportunity and the lack of the person to hold their hands and get them to their destiny. I've got people who are telling me that I learned on the job. You know, there's on-job training. Some people, they learn on the job. And even some children who've gotten out of school and they've gone for internship, they learn under people who have so many years of experience. And you know, these digital children, they learn very fast. And they do not forget. Someone will come to your organization and tells you that I was trained by so and so, and they did it very well. That's why I'm here. It makes you happy. It brings joy to your heart when someone mentions your name, that it's you who helped them to get to where they are. A mother of 5 children, of 5 nations. Get time and read Isaiah 54. It will speak to you. It spoke to me. I know there's a part in Isaiah 54 that tells a mother to enlarge, stretch, and strengthen. You will find your strength when you go out there, not only holding your tent, limiting your tent to your biological children, but you will find your strength when you go out there and empower others. Spiritually, empower others to get to their destiny, and even helping children who do not have mothers, orphans, to be somewhere, to be comfortable even where they are. There are many children outside there. The Bible tells me that children of the desolate women are the ones who are many outside there. So do not count only your children. Enlarge your territory, and God will strengthen you, of course. This is what I got to share with you this day. And I know that even those ones who God has not opened their womb, that by the grace of God, He will do that. Those ones who have experienced loss, like I, that even in the darkest times, you are able to see the light of God. When we lost our daughter, I saw total darkness. The blind man, I remember hearing him say that when he lost his wife, he saw darkness. So I was like, oh, this blind man, he was able to see darkness. When I lost Joy, I saw darkness. Total darkness. But even in the darkness, I was able to look up and see the light of God. And to this day, I'm no longer mourning like someone who does not know that there's a God who will bring back these children. But I'm mourning with hope. And that's why God led me to these 5 kinds of children. And I'm praying that God will bring these children to me. He has already given me the 2 biological children, and he's giving me artificial children when it's time. And I'm sure he will give me adopted children. I'm waiting for destiny children I'm already working on, and even spiritual children. When I find an opportunity to mentor someone, not only spiritually, but even in terms of anything to do, I do it, and with a lot of passions. Those ones who've come my way, they can tell you that I've done it, and I like doing it. I like it because of what God has put in my heart. I teach people how to do business, even business that I myself is not doing. I tell them, go and do it, you can. I teach people even how to, sometimes I preach when I find time, even when I'm doing my client's head, I talk to them about God. I do not leave that opportunity to go like that. So that is what God had put in my heart this day. It was a happy Mother's Day. And my heart goes out to mothers, even mothers who are struggling with special children. My heart goes out to you. God give you strength. Thank you for coming by, and God bless you.